Hello Aquarius and welcome to your January 2023 reading. So, all right, in this new year, entering 2023. So, I meditated on your energy, Aquarius, and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out, King of Pentacles. So we're talking about your capacity to engage yourself, to make this world easy, fruitful, pleasureful, and so on. Okay? So that's your masculine King of Pentacles within you. Then I have the Seven of Wands, and then I have the King of Cups. So Seven of Wands, this is a reaction. It's being on the defensive. Okay, when you look at the card here, you can even notice that he has one boot and one shoe. So he didn't even take the time to, put his shoes right before protecting himself from an attacking world, having to be in a reaction of defenseness. And then with the King of Cups, well, that's more of a emotional intelligence, insight, mastery, being grounded emotionally here at the end of the month. So let's see. Under our King of Pentacles, here we have Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, and Queen of Wands in reverse. So this tells me that when it comes to maybe responsibilities and all of that, your King of Pentacles is upright because of everything he's carrying. But you're also conscious, let's say, that what you've experienced when it comes to the water aspect in your life, to peace, love, fulfillment, creativity, and all of these things linked to water, memory, it hasn't been fulfilling. If the Eight of Cups would be like this, that would tell me that at this moment you're conscious of this, but you know that there's an Ace of Cups somewhere and you're gonna go for it. But here it's just that I'm conscious of it. I know that that water is not fulfilling. I'm letting it go, but I'm not quite sure about what would fulfill me. I'm not even sure about what I really want. I'm not in touch with my Queen of Wands. I want things, but they are maybe part of my old baggage, my old cycle of wands that I've been carrying. Under that, I have the Sun in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So the Ten of Cups is like, yes, I'm at the end of my cycle of cups, and not at the summum of the cycle where I'm experimenting peace, love, serenity with others, sharing it, from everything around me at the maximum that I can actually, with the level of consciousness that I have, that I can experiment, and it's positive. Right now, this is very sad. Okay? So this speaks to the Aquariuses that feel the lack of sun, the lack of, hey, I'm out there having pleasure like a child into this world. I can feel the love of the tree, the dog, the whatever, okay? This is heavy. I know I'm sad. I don't know what I want. But the sun, I don't know where I'm going with all of this. The sun has left the building. I'm just left with my responsibility and capacity to manage things and find solutions and carry things on my shoulders. This is where things are as you're coming into January. If this speaks to you, okay? It's not all the Aquariuses in the world, but this is the ones that Spirit decided to give this message to, okay? Under the Seven of Wands, so because of course once we're like this, we're kind of, on the defensive here. And there's a lot of anxiety around that cup that either disappeared or that we can't see and we can't grasp, that we don't think is available. There's a lot of stress and anxiety around this. But we do have an Ace of Pentacle and a Four of Pentacle coming down. So it's almost like, this is like, maybe because this guy is upright, there's like this new beginning, new seed idea, something that could be planted, that you would be willing to invest in, open yourself up to receive. Four of Pentacle in reverse, to take the risk of taking. But it's like everything that has to do with water around it and courage and choice is kind of upside down with it. Okay? That's probably why at the end of the month here it's essential, that King of Cups, that kind of mastering the water here. Under it, I have the Pope, using my discernment, my spiritual judgment on the situation. And here I have an Emperor, in reverse, a Page of Pentacle in reverse, and a Seven of Swords in reverse. You're going to realize something, and at the end of the month, you might see the distortions about an offer, that you see that behind it, there's no water. And you will not let yourself be robbed of that. Accepting something that has no water. Let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of January. Aquarius for the month of January. Okay, King of Pentacle. Okay. All right. I have the Knight of Sword and the Ten of Sword in reverse. And oh yeah, that's interesting because the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Sword. Yeah, you're realizing something. You're realizing about an old belief. Maybe when it came to your comfort and to the what is really true richness in this life, or what can be achieved, values and things like that, because it's associated with making these two guys work together. Here, Knight of Sword. You are realizing something right at the beginning of the month about that. Maybe about your safety, your security, and so on. Oh, right under I have the Five of Pentacles. Things that you deserve, that you should receive, and so on. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Aquarius spirit, Seven of Wands. Okay. Here's the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cup in reverse. with the King of Wands. All right, your masculine has no problem here. Except here you're noticing maybe that your masculine has no problem. So you will not have somebody mirroring you the opposite. Here, I'm protecting myself. I'm saying no more unhappiness, shadow, sadness. The Ten of Cups in reverse, this is when we can't see beauty and pleasure nowhere. So there's a part of you that will be saying like, no more. Your King of Wands will probably be saying no more. So it's a reaction, but it's a defensive reaction in this case to say, I'm not accepting this anymore. Okay? Here we have the Fool in reverse, the Pope, and here is that Ace of Pentacle again. And who are you? Yeah, the Page of Cup in reverse. It's almost like here is a pentacle that you can invest in all of that, an opportunity, something solid, maybe a relationship or whatever. But you're looking at it and you're like, I don't have any faith in it. Because why? Because there's no water in it. You're giving me a pentacle. But there's no water in it. Let's look at what the King of Pentacles is saying. King of Cups, sorry. What is the King of Cups saying? There's the Knight of Cups in reverse and Strength in reverse. Here, with the Eight of Pentacles. Your heart is not in it. Yeah, okay. Let's look at that Ten of Wands. Oops. Okay, so we have the Knight of Sword, and here we have the Page of Sword with the Chariot. Who are you? Four of Sword. Temperance. Yeah. It's an understanding out of healing. Healing your worth. You've been working on healing your worth a lot. And now you are ready to move past it. To finally move forward when it comes to this. Sun in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. And yeah, it's almost like, okay, if your cup is not full, forget about me, kind of thing. Okay, so Knight of Wands in reverse, it's when it's not grounded. It will come and it will leave. Yeah, you gotta get out of that. You know that you are limiting, and you've been limiting for a long time what you can receive emotionally. Maybe before you would have accepted this, but now you're using your discernment and you're saying, because the Pope is upright. So this is using our spiritual discernment to choose, and moral compass to choose what we are electing or refuting. And here with the Fool in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, this is like, it's almost you're saying like, this is not worth the candle. This is not worth the effort. Now the emotional part, the water part of a project, of an investment, of something, it has to have the support, the water vibrational support to it. Because before I was in a kind of a prison where I wasn't happy. I was accepting it, but no more. So here, that Nine of Swords, and you're seeing all that anxiety around an Ace of Cups that maybe wasn't there. Yeah, being cheated out of happiness, okay? Because here I'm clarifying these two cards, okay? So much anxiety around that Ace of Cups, that loss of water, that grieving, that old sadnesses. Here I have a bit of Seven of Cups where I'm maybe all lost in my projections and imagination about what I can live. It's almost like I'm making movies of loss in my mind, where I'm not receiving water, where I'm rejected maybe or whatever. But I'm sabotaging myself big time doing this, bringing all that anxiety around possible losses because of what I've lived before, because of the been there, done that. That's what has happened to me. Now I'm at a 10 of Cups reversed, and I am not accepting this anymore. Ace of Pentacle. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. 10 of Swords. Page of Pentacle. All right, that's interesting. Because here the Page of Pentacle is upright. There it's going to be reversed with that Emperor. But we have again the 10 of Swords in reverse. You're realizing something about that. You are not going to hurt yourself anymore around a certain situation. What is the Pope telling you to do? What is the Pope here? Not waiting anymore. I think you are somebody that was waiting for a long time for something to finally happen, finally come out. And you're seeing that maybe, there's got to be a judgment here. Why is the Emperor in reverse? Tower. Three of Sword. Yeah. Let's say that your insight, but all of this is to bring this thing. You're going to maybe say no to an offer because you're going to notice like, oh my God, I deserve more than that. And that will create some kind of tower where, oh, am I losing a lot here? But all of this is to finally free yourself from what you used to accept for yourself. And that will actually allow this Ace of Wands to come into your life maybe next month. But this month, it's like, you know what? I'm not waiting for that cup that never comes anymore. And I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I think that this is what life is and this is what I deserve. No, you're crumbling down the tower of that Emperor that is upside down. You are bringing that down because you're not taking the disappointments and the hurts anymore. So I'm going to call this bringing down a tower, because this is saying no to half-baked things or empty promises or things that just you feel they're not there, and you're getting robbed of your energy, your time, your investments. So you're going to bring down a tower. For some of you, it's a project, an aspect, a relationship, a friendship, whatever. But this consciousness about something you've been waiting for a long time, and that deep down you knew that the heart wasn't in it, you're bringing it down. So it's going to be called bringing down the tower, Aquarius, in January. You're not bringing this into 2023. So on this, I am sending you all my love and light in that path for the ones of you who this is addressed to. If you want, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and all of that. Of course, if you want to help grow the channel, if you want a private reading, you can ask this guy. There's a website written below in the plus section. You go there and all the scheduling and the type of readings are there. It's 3 weeks in advance booking schedule, so there's always new places being opened up every day. So on this, all my love and light, Aquarius, and whoops. Okay, it's still recording. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.